Good afternoon. My name is Bob Cerminara. A little over a year ago, May of 2020, I was diagnosed with base of tongue cancer. I began treatment shortly after, specifically around the first week of July. Started my radiation therapy with Dr. Bouchon at UPMC. It was painful treatment. 35 radiation treatments and 3 chemo treatments. Lasted through the end of August, and I was on a feeding tube, the PEG tube, for about 2 months. At one point during the treatment, I think we were a little over halfway through, I was taken to the hospital and admitted to Community General, and was in there for 12 days. Did my best to take the advice of the caregivers. They were the ones that pulled us through it. I've said that it's always been pretty difficult for me as a patient, but was really even more difficult for those around me. Specifically my spouse here, my wife of 35 years, Diane, going through it not only for me, but for herself. So it was really, I think, in some ways more difficult for her. There were nights that I went to sleep and didn't think I was going to wake up. So, but here we are, a year later, and we got through it, and are very grateful that we had the care of the professionals, the folks at UPMC, that took care of us every step of the way. And it was a very trying, difficult time for us and the rest of our family. I had my 1-year scan about 3 weeks ago. It's all clear, and it looks like, I guess, if we're allowed to say it, I guess I'm cured. It's a different world for me, personally. I'm, just so much happier, enjoying things so much more, just so much more appreciative. Playing golf again, going fishing again, doing all those things.
Bike riding.
Yeah, riding our bikes. All the doctors and the team, the caregivers are all kept reminding us that it was, we were being treated
For a cure.
For a cure. It was a curative treatment, and they were right. So.
And specifically the nurses on floor 5 at Osteopathic at UPMC, like he said, that was at a pretty dark time for him, and he was on a lot of pain medications, so he doesn't remember as much as I do, but their support and care of him was invaluable. And when I say support of him, I also mean support of me as his caregiver. We couldn't have gotten through that time without them. And Adrienne, if she's out there, I just want her to know, and I know she does know, and all the other nurses too, that she really made a difference for us.
And all I can say is, if anyone unfortunately has to go through something like this, my advice would be to listen to them, because that's what made it work for me, is doing everything they told us to do. They were just a great group of people, and I can't thank them enough.